Every day, millions of people walk into McDonald's believing they're supporting the world's greatest fast food company. They order a burger, grab their fries, and leave convinced they understand how this global empire became one of the most successful businesses in history. But what if the biggest secret behind McDonald's was never inside the kitchen at all? What if the real engine behind its extraordinary success was quietly hiding beneath every restaurant, unnoticed by millions of customers for decades? That question leads to one of the most remarkable business stories ever told. It begins in 1954, when a struggling milkshake machine salesman named Ray Kroc received an order that immediately caught his attention. One small restaurant in San Bernardino, California, wanted 8 multi-mixer machines. At the time, most restaurants rarely needed more than one, making the request highly unusual. Kroc was 52 years old, carrying years of disappointments and still searching for the opportunity that could finally change his life. Instead of treating the order as another sale, he traveled to California to see the restaurant for himself. What he found wasn't simply a busy burger stand. Richard and Maurice McDonald had built a system that almost looked impossible. Every employee performed one carefully designed task. Every movement eliminated wasted time. Customers received fresh food in seconds while competitors still relied on slower, inconsistent methods. Kroc didn't just see efficient operations. He believed he had discovered a blueprint capable of transforming restaurants across America. The McDonald brothers saw something different. They were proud of their restaurant and believed controlled growth protected the quality that made it successful. Neither side lacked ambition. They simply defined success in completely different ways. Kroc eventually convinced the brothers to let him franchise their system. Certain consistency could become the company's greatest competitive advantage. But as more restaurants opened, a difficult reality emerged. Sales were growing, yet the business still wasn't generating the lasting financial strength Kroc had imagined. Expansion alone wasn't solving the problem. The empire he dreamed about seemed to be standing on surprisingly fragile ground. Then a quiet conversation with a financially minded executive named Harry Sonneborn introduced an idea so simple that almost everyone overlooked it. That single insight wouldn't just strengthen McDonald's. It would quietly redefine the engine powering its entire empire, proving that the greatest business advantages are often hidden where almost nobody thinks to look. Ray Kroc had proven that people loved the McDonald's system. The problem was that popularity alone wasn't creating the financial strength he needed. Every new restaurant demanded more travel, more training, more support, and more capital, while the company earned only a modest share from franchise fees. From the outside, McDonald's looked unstoppable. Behind the scenes, however, Kroc saw a business growing faster than its financial foundation. For the first time, he faced a difficult question that every ambitious entrepreneur eventually encounters. Was he building a lasting company, or simply expanding its expenses? Then someone entered the room who wasn't impressed by burgers, fries, or customer lines. Harry Sonneborn viewed the business through a completely different lens. While everyone else focused on what McDonald's sold, he quietly asked what it actually owned. To him, the restaurant wasn't the true foundation of the company. The land beneath it was. At first, the idea sounded almost too simple. Kroc had spent years thinking about menus, speed, customers, and franchising. Could controlling land really matter that much? The more they studied the numbers, the more the logic revealed itself. If McDonald's could purchase or secure long-term control of carefully chosen locations before a franchise opened, the company would gain far more than rental income. Owning or securing long-term control of valuable locations gave McDonald's stronger assets, gradually improving its ability to finance future growth while creating a more stable foundation for expansion. It also aligned franchise operators with the company's long-term standards because the location itself remained connected to the McDonald's system. As successful restaurants increased the value of both the business and the underlying property, expansion no longer weakened the company. It reinforced it. This wasn't replacing the restaurant business. It was building a financial structure capable of supporting it for decades. Kroc realized this strategy solved the very problem that had been limiting his vision. Expansion would no longer depend only on selling more burgers. It would be supported by assets designed to strengthen every new restaurant from the ground up. Most entrepreneurs spend their lives chasing higher sales. Harry Sonneborn challenged Ray Kroc to strengthen the foundation first. That single shift in thinking quietly changed the future of McDonald's. The world believed the company was simply building restaurants. In reality, something far more valuable had already begun taking shape. For decades, that strategy quietly reshaped the future of McDonald's. As the company expanded across America and eventually around the world, every carefully selected location became more than another restaurant. It became another piece of a business system designed to make growth stronger instead of riskier. Customers saw burgers, fries, and the golden arches. Investors saw a rapidly growing brand. Franchise owners saw an opportunity to build successful local businesses. Yet beneath every successful restaurant was a structure built to support long-term expansion rather than short-term momentum. McDonald's never stopped being a restaurant company. Its operational discipline, recognizable brand, consistent customer experience, and franchise system remained the heart of its success. Harry Sonneborn's insight didn't replace those strengths. It strengthened them. By securing ownership or long-term control of valuable locations, the company gradually built assets that supported future financing, reinforced operational standards, and gave every new restaurant a stronger foundation than the one before it. For Ray Kroc, the strategy meant far more than solving a financial problem. After years of chasing opportunity, selling multi-mixer machines across America, and believing he was always one breakthrough away, he had finally found a business model capable of turning relentless ambition into lasting success. His greatest achievement wasn't simply expanding McDonald's, it was helping build a system that could continue growing long after any single restaurant opened its doors. Today, people often say, McDonald's is really a real estate company. It's a memorable phrase, but it captures only part of the truth. McDonald's became one of the world's most successful companies because exceptional restaurant operations, disciplined franchising, powerful branding, and a carefully designed real estate strategy worked together as one system. Remove any one of those pieces, and the story looks very different. Every customer who walked beneath the golden arches believed they were buying a meal. Few realized they were also walking across one of the most carefully designed business systems in modern history. Ray Kroc didn't change business because he sold more hamburgers. He changed it because he learned that extraordinary companies aren't built by chasing today's revenue. They're built by strengthening tomorrow's foundation. And perhaps that's the lesson history keeps teaching us. The businesses remembered for generations aren't always the ones with the best products. They're the ones that quietly build the strongest systems beneath them. If you enjoyed uncovering the real stories behind the world's biggest business decisions, subscribe, share your thoughts below, and join us for the next documentary.